podcast, the 5th with me.
It's the 4th.
Adell. It's the 4th with me, Adell, of course, Dana, and
yes.
new person.
Yes.
Who are you?
I'm Dana.
Who are you?
I'm Cesar. Hello.
This is my friend, Cesar. This is our first podcast we're recording, like, separate from each other, too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
All
probably
three of us are in different places. And it went
We're all
so
in
well
different
trying to
places.
do this.
Yeah, it took us a really long time because,
We planned to record at 4.
Yeah.
It is currently
It took us 4 hours to
8:25.
set this up.
Discord was dying. Freaking Dana's computer wasn't working. So if the audio seems off, it's because she's recording in a very bizarre setup.
My phone is sending the audio out, and then it's recording into the microphone I'm using. And so the phone's
So
just
hopefully it
leaning.
doesn't sound too bad.
The phone is just leaning
Right?
against the microphone.
Hope and pray it doesn't sound too bad.
And that I'm not way louder than you guys, because I'm a bit louder than you guys. Okay, I'm going to back further away from the mic. Yeah.
Okay, so we've been talking for a bit, and I forget what topics we were gonna say. We're gonna talk about some movies we recently saw, or like TV shows or what have you. I specifically watched Ready Player One for the podcast because Cesar said that he watched it. So I've been waiting, like I said, for like the whole day, the entire day, 10 hours, waiting to see your hot take on it.
Yes, my hot take on Ready Player One.
When did you see it?
I saw it, I think it was last week with my family, because they rented it.
Oh, cool. You have a video store there? Or did you really rent it?
No, it was Redbox.
Oh, I see. I just pirated it today. I do not enforce piracy.
Can't say that.
Please censor that.
Man, we're gonna get shut down now. You guys are gonna get shut down.
Exactly. This is an elite station. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Dead.
Doesn't matter. I watched the film. Really
You've upset a total of 2 people saying that.
I'm sorry. It was
something.
It was actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I felt like it had some unique parts to it that were kind of like...
I haven't
wild.
watched it yet, so...
It's fine. Well, Dan, you can just listen and see if it's something you would enjoy, judging by what we say, I guess.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be like references. We can't be judged because we have good references.
I thought it would be something like that too.
It's the Iron Giant. Look, it's Zangief from Street Fighter or something. It was pretty run of the mill.
1 second, let me move my dog.
Dog is being moved.
She's gonna make too much noise.
I would be unsurprised if my cat starts meowing
She's
at
not
the door.
very much. She'll be back very well. Yes. Oh, what about the movie that I expected? I expected it to kind of just be nothing, like really shallow and really just like reliant on this nostalgia thing and these like 80s tunes, because it really is marketed with like Take On Me and stuff. And is Take On Me even in the movie?
I don't think so. Actually.
I don't think Take On Me is even in the movie. Like, it's so heavily associated with Ready Player One at this point. I think just because it's popular for whatever reason.
I actually never watched any trailer with it. Like, I barely watched any trailers for it, period, because I just refused to watch them.
I mean, good on you, I guess. It's better to have no expectations. I watched a bunch of reviews prior, like, a bunch of people talking shit about it or whatever. People saying that it's, like, not a good movie. So, I kind of had lower expectations for it. So I was surprised when I actually enjoyed it.
I went in expecting to be like, oh, look, like maybe just be like, look, a reference that I like, you know, I appreciate that reference. But like, the only problem with the movie, well, not the only problem, obviously, there's a lot more problems.
It has a few problems.
Only has a little bit of problems, but
it's not perfect. By any means.
The problem with the reference aspect of it, though, I guess I should be more specific. So there's so many references. Like, I mean, there's so many characters of like many different games and stuff that like a reference that like I liked or like I would usually freak out about. Like, for example, not really spoilers because it was in the trailers, but the Iron Giant. like, I would have freaked out about that in any other movie, but since there was already so much pop culture, it was more like, oh yeah, another pop culture thing, that's cool.
I mean, I saw the trailers first. I went to the cinema to see, I don't remember what movie it was. Some other movie that was out a while before it. I don't know, it doesn't matter. First thing I noticed in the trailer was that the Iron Giant was in it, so I'm immediately like, I want to see this because it's got the Iron Giant in it. That's one of my favorite movies, I guess. So it's a pretty popular, like, shut up. I'm sorry.
Damn it, Rainbow.
She's very noisy. Yes, the Iron Giant is like one of my favorite kind of. What is it? It's a Warner Brothers movie, right? I can't even name another Warner Brothers movie that I actually like. They don't really make animations anymore.
I mean, but that's not a movie, that's a show, Animaniacs.
Animaniacs is good, but it's from the 90s when Iron Giant came out, so it's like...
I guess, and it's not a movie.
Yeah, they have a movie, they have a Christmas movie. I remember watching that as a kid.
I didn't know that, actually. I'm a big Animaniacs fan.
I remember just watching the movie. That was like the one Animaniacs thing that I saw like yearly for a few years. We should rewatch that actually. It's been forever. I've seen a few recent episodes. Well, I've recently watched a few episodes of Animaniacs just randomly on TV or whatever. It's pretty funny.
I really liked the first episode personally. It had
I don't know which one I saw. I just was watching it on TV. I like how it goes into depth about kind of the animation industry or whatever. It's not like it references cartoons a lot and stuff.
It feels like if it's like a bunch of like children's show creators made a show for children about children's show creators.
Yeah.
For children's show creators for children. If that makes any sense. For
the children of the show's creators, perhaps.
That's what it feels like.
Yes, it's like. It's kind of a show I feel like that animation fans can really enjoy. Like, just kids can like it, but it has a bit more there. It has, like, more appeal.
Makes sense.
Good review, but I haven't seen that one.
Thank you, Rainbow, for your input.
She likes Animaniacs a lot. It stars dogs. Are they dogs?
I think they're supposed to be like dogs, yeah.
Dana, have you seen Animaniacs?
I have not.
Dang.
I remember they played the Christmas special, the movie, on YTV a lot. Alongside, like, these other specials, like Grandma Got Hit by a Reindeer or something. These weird, cheap specials, I don't even know which ones they were specifically.
I only remember the ones they did for Halloween.
I remember Scary Godmother. I think it's called. It's the one with the really gross CG.
Oh my god.
Gross
CG is the worst CG. It's the worst anything.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's scary.
It looks like a freaking screensaver on like a 90s computer. But that's not an insult because screensavers on 90s computers are bomb.
You ever watch Animusic, I think it's called? Or something like that?
Wii Music?
Animusic.
I've never heard of it. Maybe I have, but I've never seen it. What does it say?
It's just like animated music videos that actually had like really cool music from the 90s. It was CG. And like that reminds you of a screensaver. Because maybe because they used to play them back in the day in like electronics shops, like on the TVs. They used to play those videos.
Oh yeah,
all the time. You've probably seen like some of them not realized it.
Is it like a MTV for like cartoons?
Yeah, pretty much.
When did MTV die?
When they canceled stuff like Beavis and Butthead and Jackass.
Yeah.
And then just started doing reality shows.
Makes sense.
I was watching a video about MTV shows, and it's like they actually have some pretty interesting, unique shows. Like after Beavis and Butthead or whatever, even before it. It's a really niche network. I mean, a lot of adult cartoon networks are really niche. Unfortunately, in a way. But maybe it's better off that way.
Well, you know this, Adell, but I'm a very big Adult Swim guy myself.
Yeah, I mean, Adult Swim is great in some ways. When it does unique things, it's great.
Yeah.
When it just reruns, like, Bob's Burgers over and over again in like old Cartoon Network shows. It's like, it's okay. I don't know. Is Rick and Morty like the first Adult Swim show to get like huge attention?
Not necessarily. Well, the first show, Space Ghost, a lot of attention. Yeah, they interviewed Todd Howard at one point.
Todd Howard,
yes, the man himself.
Our favorite. Todd Howard, explain who he is today and to the viewers.
He's not the CEO, I think. He's a lead developer of Bethesda Games software.
Bethesda man. He's like, is he? Would you call him the Reggie of Bethesda?
Yeah, he pretty much is. He's the face of it. He goes up and goes, "Hi, I'm Todd Howard,
Exactly.
and let me show you my new version of Skyrim."
That's all they have to release together. Yes, I don't play games by them because I don't have room for it. But that's fine. What was I saying about Adult Swim? Big shows on there. I mean, Futurama was Adult Swim.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force was it.
Everyone always like admires it, but isn't really that popular.
I like to think of it more as a cult classic, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Adult Swim was also one of the reasons why Family Guy got revived.
But is that really a good thing?
For some time it was.
I've heard that there's a few good episodes of Family Guy out there.
Oh, the early...
Not that I've seen.
From the first to, say the 6th season, it was pretty good. Up to, the death of Brian.
I heard about that. I watched the Mr. Enter video on that. You know who Mr. Enter is?
I actually kind of personally don't like Mr. Enter.
He's horrible, exactly.
I hate him.
Really crappy. Everyone hates him.
Because he's not likable.
And he's... Dana, do you know him?
Nope.
He's this YouTuber that, you always
Rainbow does not like him either.
Rainbow hates
see
him.
him always in your recommended. And he's, talking about every cartoon ever and, how it sucks and how it was a mistake. Essentially. And his editing never improves, and it still looks like his videos are from, 2008 or something.
Fun.
You know, that type of YouTuber. It's very good.
Well, to take a more critical, kind of look at Mr. Enter instead of, just saying his videos suck. I think I dislike Mr. Enter because it sometimes feel like his critic, the critic stuff that he has to say. Oh shit! How did I forget the word? His criticisms. His criticisms.
What has got to say?
It sometimes feels like they're just rants, personal rants. I feel like it's
this thing attacks him personally.
Yeah, the cartoon's I hate you, Mr. Enter.
Yeah, I mean, one good thing to come from Mr. Enter is I figured out about this show called Dan Versus. Have either of you heard of it?
No.
It's Canadian.
I never watched it.
It's really good. I heard about it from him, and then I just decided to watch a bunch because it seemed entertaining. It seemed funny.
Makes
so
sense.
I watched a bunch.
Would you suggest
Canada
it?
represents.
Yeah, Canada shows. It's a good Canadian show. It did not run for long. Of course it didn't.
There are not many
I don't
of
remember
those.
what network it was. Yeah, Canadian shows usually die.
Yeah.
The good ones. At least
they either die or get taken over.
Oh yeah, Dana is very passionate about this. A lot of our childhood Canadian shows got bought by Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Oh, it sucks.
And they became significantly worse. They had a higher budget, but they were way
Their
more.
sets become better, but their jokes become less good. Generally.
Yeah, because something that those shows had, Mr. Young. The viewers probably have no idea what these shows are.
Mr. Young
But yeah, there
was
was
a great show.
Mr. Young and stuff. They had a few funny bits in it. They were so absurd sometimes that it was pretty funny. Even if it was stupid, but you laughed because of how stupid
I enjoyed
it was.
Mr. Young when I was little. I would watch it with Mom and we would enjoy it. And we still did enjoy it when Nickelodeon took it over. But, they never really, after that point, they just kept the same stuff that it originally had. And they never really made anything new with it. Because, it originally had a bunch of these repeat jokes that were funny when they repeated.
Inside jokes.
And but then when but they also had other jokes. When Nickelodeon took it over, it kind of mostly stayed just those inside jokes, and then they tried to bring them to more extreme levels. Because like there was a character whose name was Dang, and he would show up whenever you said Dang, no matter what, and it was funny. But like when it took it over by Nickelodeon, one of the characters said "dang" in space, and he still showed up, and it was funny. But it was just. I was gonna
say that. Literally, the one thing I remember of that show, wasn't there a freaking space episode or something?
There was an episode that went to space. I don't remember why. I don't think it made sense.
And iCarly went to space too.
They didn't go to space. They tried to go to space.
No, they filmed a podcast, a freaking iCarly podcast in space.
No, they wanted to. There was an episode where they tried to film it in space. But they have the challenge against someone else's podcast, and they have to prove that they won't freak out in a spaceship. And then Carly freaks out, and so they don't get to go to space. That's what happens in that episode.
Oh, because she's claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Why is this all coming back to me? Freaking iCarly, man.
Freaking iCarly episode where they go to space.
Caesar, did you watch it as a child?
iCarly? When they go to space?
Yes.
I can read iCarly in general. I think I did. Because
you probably just did when it was on TV.
Because it went often on public TV, on Mexican public TV.
Exactly.
I should probably clarify that I'm Mexican.
Yes.
I am Mexican.
California.
I live in California.
Well, yes, we should have introduced you, but it's fine. They'll figure it out as they listen to the podcast.
They'll figure it out 60 minutes in.
I wanted to talk about Mexican television, because he was talking about Canadian shows.
It seems hilarious. Like, I know a little bit about Mexican TV, but I don't know what they're saying. I mean, when I was young, we went to Mexico to visit my family. And my mom just like put on the TV and I watched whatever it was that was on.
Did you ever catch El Chavo?
I mean, no, but I saw him when I went to Mexico. I literally recognized him because Luis told me about it. And then I saw like a live picture, like a live sculpture of him. I took a picture.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I should send it to you.
Send it to me too. I'll put it in.
Yeah, I'll try to send it and then you can put it in the podcast. It's me and El Chavo, just like chilling, you know?
Sounds about right.
Legendary Chavo, finally.
It was like outside of 7-Eleven or something. It was in downtown, wherever I was. Yes. What do I remember watching? I remember a few shows, but I was pretty young and I forgot the names. I remember Mexican Edition. And other shows. Because I kind of just wanted to stick to what I knew when I was 9.
And probably only animated shows mostly, because you were 9.
Yes. All the animated shows that I recognized and I knew and I thought looked to my taste. So yes, Cesar, do you have any wacky stories about Mexican public television? I cannot speak.
Public television. Well, the thing about Mexican public television is there's 4 main channels I can think about. 3 that are like the big boys, and 1 that's just like
for kids or in general.
In general.
Yeah.
And like 1 channel that was like all like morning, like you ever heard of stuff like Good Morning San Diego and stuff like that? Where it's just like people.
Sort of types of shows where they like it's kind of like but it's like the melody.
Like a morning show. They had like just those running on that channel, and there was like El Canal 5 it's called, which means Channel 5, but it always ran like in Channel 32 for me, for like a lot of people. I'll ask anyone, and they're like, yeah, it was on 32. It was called
Channel 32, Channel 5.
I know the kids' channels here were at like 200.
Is it? Yeah, they're like, I mean, it's been a while since I had TV. I know how to type it on the remote, but I forget what number it is.
I know it goes, I know it goes Nickelodeon, YTV, Teletoon Retro. but I don't really know.
Those are our Canadian channels. Teletoon and YTV.
Yeah.
Cesar, do you know what Teletoon is? I feel like some...
I do.
Yeah.
I do know it.
Isn't there's an American version of it?
I think they're kind of a mix, because Teletoon, I think, was originally an American company.
I do know what this is.
But our version of Teletoon... Maybe you do. Maybe it's actually... like...
I think Teletoon is a mostly American company, but also has some Canadian parts.
Teletoon
I guess
is
it helps.
English language.
It's a language?
No, as in like the
Teletoon
company.
language? Yes.
As in
It is
it's not.
Canadian.
It's not
Canadian
French
and British, did you say? Or no, it's English Canadian.
Yeah.
I don't like the separation between us.
I actually never just understood that. But
Yes, Teletoon is a Canadian thing. It brought you wonderful shows like Johnny Test, frickin' Sidekicks.
so you guys are responsible for Johnny Test.
Yeah, do you not know it's our Canadian friend?
I guess we gotta look Canada now.
Yeah. You guys are
I watched Detention Air when I was younger.
Yeah, Detention Air. I actually want to go back and watch it, kinda, because
You
It looks
hated it
kinda
because
good.
you thought that you didn't like the style because you thought all the kids looked like adults.
yeah, I thought all the kids looked like adults, which is like the opposite problem that a show like Ruby has. I was watching a video of this guy talking about Ruby because I don't like it, so I wanted my opinions to get validated. I'm sorry. He said that all the characters look the same. They all look like teenagers, and you can't tell who's supposed to be an adult and who's supposed to be a kid, which is a nitpick, but regardless, I guess that's how I saw Detention Air. I'm like, I can't tell who's a kid, I can't tell who's an adult.
But I mean,
I don't like it.
they were
It's
like.
such a juvenile thing to complain about.
But then, when you were a kid, you refused to watch live action things because you liked animation better, so.
Yes, I was the opposite of a lot of kids, actually. Some kids were like, oh, cartoons are for kids, blah, blah, blah. I guess I was the opposite because I didn't like people like that. I didn't like people who said cartoons were for kids.
And
Even
so
though I
you
didn't
just
care,
chose
'cause I
to
wasn't-
hate all live action things.
Yeah, so I went extreme in the other direction.
I also heard that, like, cartoons are for kids, and I'm like, alright, and I just watched The Simpsons, and then now I'm grown up, and I'm like, wait, that wasn't for kids. What the heck?
You're like, for kids? The Simpsons for kids? Okie dokie.
Yeah.
This is for me.
One of my friends had thought that Futurama was a kid's show, and that his parents just wouldn't let him watch it because they were strict. And he mentioned that, like, a couple months ago, and all of us were like, that's not a kid's show. It makes sense your parents didn't let you watch it. And he's like, what about Simpsons? Also not a kid's show? And that was fun.
Yeah, Simpsons is literally the poster child for adult animation.
Yeah.
How can you not know it's a freaking adult show? But it's fine, I get it. Looks like a kid's show, you want to watch it.
And
It's honestly pretty tame. Like,
I mean,
nowadays standards.
yeah.
Exactly, it's pretty nowadays.
My dad was watching Simpsons when my brother and I were little, and then William started saying swear words or something. Some word got said, and William started saying it, and Mom went, nope, you're not allowed to watch that anymore. So then my dad would stop watching Simpsons.
Like, because of one swear. Yeah, it has some swears in it.
I think it was like crap, but William was young enough that that was a bad word.
It's how old are you?
Robot.
Oops, I'm not a
Well,
So much robot. All the robot.
but like,
I don't know what you said.
Robot. Am I the only robot?
You are no longer a robot. Caesar was never a robot.
Fine.
Say your
Robot.
sentence again.
Robot,
But if I was a
Robot Rice has been delayed. So,
that's good.
Well.
Transition. I don't actually have anything to say. In trouble.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something with The Simpsons. And then I got distracted by something else.
Mm.
What? Why don't you guys start a discussion?
Discussion about what?
Think of a new thing to speak.
I'm just gonna I can go into a rant about not rant, but like I can talk about more Mexican public television.
What about kids shows? What kind of kids shows did you watch as a Mexican boy?
Well, El Chavo for one.
Yes.
That's a good one. Like, now thinking about it, like a lot of Mexican shows had really dark plots without realizing it.
That kind of makes sense.
Mexicans, we have now that I think about it, it's like a pretty dark sense of humor, even for kids. El Chavo was about an orphan, homeless kid.
Oh yeah, he lives in a barrel.
And he technically lives in a it's called a vecindaria. It's like an apartment, kind of like place.
A ratty one? Like a poor person's apartment?
Yeah. It's like a building with like I don't know how to describe it. I guess it is like an apartment like apartments, but like small ones.
For poor people? Or just for people who don't want to
And
touch
then I think they like let him stay in one of them, the 13th one, so he's and the 8th one, sorry. So he's El Chavo del Ocho, Chavo from the 8th.
Oh
But
yeah.
he just for some reason sleeps in the barrel, so it's like,
It seems like it has a really cryptic plot.
it doesn't. They never go back into whatever the hell happened to his parents.
Oh my god.
They sometimes like
messed up.
Sometimes they play it into like the plot or something, but they'll have one where it's like oh he's like a father figure or something. That's about it. But then,
What was your opinion of that when you were young?
I liked watching it.
Think about it.
It was entertaining enough. They eventually did an animated one. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
boring.
I know about that. I googled it.
For some time it was just remakes of the original. They remade I think the entire show of the original animated version. So it's decent.
Yeah.
But after they ran out of episodes to remake, they just started doing their own. So. But the thing about that show is that not only did it have a dark, just like plot in itself, but it has jokes that haven't aged well. It's a good show regardless. I can go back and watch it now and still laugh.
Okay.
Good.
But like, there's this character, Don Ramon. He's like the poor guy. He can't pay the rent. That's one of the running jokes. So the owner comes in and asks him for the rent, and he's like, well, you see, and he's trying to like come up with an excuse, and then he always tries to
why he can't pay it.
Yeah,
but that's really sad. It's probably
really sad, but it's really the antics come and then, like he tries to get away somehow, like he's like trying to get away, and but like one of the things he does, one of the other running things that they do, and I know this is gonna sound like shocking, but like once you see it, it's not like horrible, but it's like
in cartoon
when you say it, it's like it's live action, by the way. There's live action.
Oh, okay. Well, go for it.
The live action one is the original. It was filmed with adults only, no kids.
He's supposed to be a kid, and he's like.
It's supposed to be a kid, yeah.
It's so weird.
It's really weird, especially because the guy who plays Chavo is the guy he's like pretty old to the point when he's in the show.
It looks like he's in his 40s or something.
He's the writer. He's the writer of the show. He's the creator and like the writer of the show. But like one of the things Don Ramon, this character, does is when he gets like El Chavo always like messes him up or does something to like piss him off. So what he does, he would hit him. It's like.
Alright.
So like not like that. Like he would lift up his hand and just go ping. It would make like a sound effect.
Alright.
And then he would always cry, and Chavo would just go beep 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 beep. Yes, and doesn't cry. So,
It's
I
bad
can't do
though.
it.
He's making a kid cry.
I know, it's kind of sad,
Yeah.
but then you get the laugh track.
Listen, the laugh track conditions
Yeah.
you to feel
The
certain
laugh
way.
track makes everything better.
Yes.
Don't you
I
love
remember
laugh tracks?
when I didn't understand the concept of what a laugh track was, and I was watching things like Nickelodeon shows, and it's like, why are there people laughing? Did they film it in front of people?
Oh, I used to think
I
that
did
too.
not get it.
I thought
I
that
did not
too.
get it.
You know, the first thing I ever used the internet for was to pirate children's TV shows on YouTube.
Very good.
I was like 8 when we got a
What did you
computer,
pirate?
and so I'd go on and
Yeah.
go look for Disney XD shows to pirate. Because we didn't have Disney XD or any channel that wasn't free. So,
Yeah. I mean, cable's extremely expensive, especially with the internet, if you're paying for internet and cable. Sucks. I don't have cable anymore.
so yeah, that is what
yes.
I did with the internet.
I mean, cable's become kind of obsolete. It's becoming obsolete.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that because I really like cable, but
Oh, yeah.
it's
I
very
like it,
difficult to find a reason to have cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's either cable or internet. It's like internet, obviously. You need internet to get by.
Yeah, you absolutely need internet.
You would be isolated.
You would be isolated. Any student needs internet for like projects and things.
Yep.
It's
Copy
not
and paste
even really a
Wikipedia.
choice unless, of course, it's not even really a choice unless you wanna be a hermit.
I'll be a hermit. I'll go up to
I
the
mean,
mountains.
maybe in the future, go full. I'll get cable, and then when the world's ending, who's laughing now? Because I chose cable.
Get
so
cable and
And
buy
then you're-
all of the DVDs. Just live in a DVD store.
Just just like cover the walls with every DVD. What is this Ready Player One? That's what I was thinking about in it. The guy.
Oh, you keep disappearing.
Rest in peace. No,
They dead.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, so sad.
God damn, dude. We've lost a good one
Tell you
today.
about my confusion.
Oh, it's a zombie.
Of course. I'm looking for a headphone. 1 second. I will switch microphones.
Ah, yes. We gotta keep
Talking. Good at conversations.
Filler.
Filler, all the filler. But yeah, that's the best way to use the internet, just pirate things on YouTube. But like, there's so many shows that I watched most of it, and they uploaded them in 2-minute clips so they wouldn't get, like, copyright striked. But then one of the clips in the middle would get copyright striked, so I'd be watching an episode and just miss 2 minutes of the episode. That was annoying.
Oh, no. Oh, there she goes.
Because, like, even as an 8-year-old, I knew how terrible it was to watch someone who just filmed their screen. So I refused to watch those. Even as an 8-year-old.
You're just sitting there with a huge smile on your face, just like laughing, like, I'm stealing from someone.
But I didn't realize it was stealing, I just watched it on YouTube. Someone put this show I like on
It's the
YouTube.
cartoons, dude. You gotta get the cartoons.
What did I watch? I don't remember what
Just
I
went up
watched.
and listened to guest.
Hello?
Hey!
Hello?
Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, good. So what are we talking about?
My pirating kid shows as a child.
Yes. I'm a strong believer in DVDs, but I still pirate anyway.
Ooh,
Can't buy everything. I'm not rich.
bad girl over here. We got a bad.
E.
Brought her peach.
Oh, yes.
You're like the only
James
person
and
I know with a DVD
James, I was
collection.
about to say James and the Giant brought peach.
I always think that movie's weird. Anyway, what are you gonna say, Dave?
Movie? Have you ever read the book?
No.
It's
Tell me about the book.
a book. It's an old book. I remember being forced to read it for some reason. I think I've read it at least twice. I don't know why.
Oh gosh.
But there's a giant peach and he rolls down the hill, and it's a lot more complicated in the book. He meets so many new people. But, like, I don't think I've ever actually watched the movie.
You know, in the book. I think I heard that. So many people.
There's a lot of people. And, like, there's a lot more before the giant peach shows up. Like, he's living with these people, and it takes a while, and then there's a giant peach. So it makes more sense for him to go inside the giant peach. But I don't think I've ever watched the movie, so I don't know how that compares.
I mean, I haven't seen it for a while, but I have, like I said, I have the DVD. It basically, in the movie, his parents are dead, and he's with, like, this abusive caretaker or something.
Yeah, that happens in the book, too.
So he shrinks down, and then he lives with the bugs, and then he lives in a peach with, like, a motley crew of bugs.
Yeah.
It's like a Bug's Life. I remember when I was younger comparing it to a Bug's Life.
I'll have to steal the DVD from you.
I mean, if you want to watch it, you can borrow the DVD wherever it is. It's somewhere in my home. I have to organize my DVDs too.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs is a very good movie.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. But then I found that it was based on a children's book. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I gotta read that someday. I was in elementary. And I was in this program called ACES, where, like, pretty much you can stay after school, you can do your homework, and then there's, like, extracurricular activities.
Sounds very fun.
I had some really good times there. Most memorable elementary school times there. Mostly on the computer lab, playing typing games.
Oh, yeah.
And then putting on a Texas Beach.
I remember computer lab.
Really hard.
We watched, we played in the computer lab at school cool math games so much.
Yes!
Because for some reason all the teachers seem to be convinced.
Universal thing that we
all the teachers seem to
understand.
be, for some reason, convinced those games are about math.
They literally never checked.
It's the best.
Whether they were math games or they were just normal games.
And then we played different games that would teach you how to type.
Yeah. Did you guys ever play typing games? I barely did.
I played a typing game, but I never got past the second level because I was too slow, and the class would end when I was just about to finish.
Oh,
in about 3 years, I never got past the second level.
I had the most intensive,
3 years, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
3 years and you
3 years of weekly classes of doing that, and I never got past the second level.
Why did you have the same computer class for 3 years?
Because, I don't know, they just wanted you to get better and better at typing. So they would
type.
I only did it for a few months. I only did it in like 6 or 6 months.
We had the secretary would teach us how to, we'd have computer classes, and the secretary would teach us, but all we ever did was type on that thing. And nothing else. And then we stopped having that.
Typing class, it was like this, early 2000s looking game.
You sound really muffled.
Like a world map?
She's in a tunnel right now. Help her. She's filling the well.
Did you put something over your mic?
Yeah, I did. 1 second, I'm gonna switch it.
You're really good at this, huh?
Professionalism.
All the professionalism. It's so hot in here.
Sorry, I'm having troubles because I have like a couple different sets of headphones, and I had to switch them because I was using a pair that came out through the charger, like the new iPhone headphones, you know?
Yep.
So I choose the other ones that were actually really crappy. Whatever. Regardless, I was telling a story about my game that I played as a small person. A small wee little child. I don't remember much about it. I remember just trying to get through the levels extremely quickly. Like, I never really tried to be exact with my typing, I just tried to speedrun it.
I was always very exact, hence why I never got past the second level.
the opposite. I was like okay with my errors because I was just happy that I could type fast. I liked like showing off or whatever, even though no one cared.
But like that game I was using, you wouldn't pass if you got too many errors.
Mine, it was just kind of like you got a what is it? Words per minute WPM score. It was just kind of like an arcade game where you had to get high scores or whatever.
You ever play any of those like games to teach you how to do math good?
No, that's why I'm so bad at math, because I didn't play Flash games.
I have a CD for a game that teaches you how to play math good, but it didn't go onto the screen well. So some of the games, the bottom of the screen had the finish button, but that was knocked down past the screen, and so I couldn't press it.
Oh no!
And so I could never finish that game. Oh, but there was a really fun one I played. That
sucks.
The storyline was there was this guy who couldn't laugh, who was trying to destroy the arcade. So you were using math to save the arcade, and it was the best.
Why are we saving an arcade? Because it's a video game?
No. I don't know.
If you were destroying an arcade, you must be a horrible person to destroy arcades, man.
Yes.
Yeah, how dare...
And he was trying to get rid of all the... I think the sign that he was a horrible person was the fact that he physically could not laugh. I'm pretty sure he had a person to laugh for him.
It sounds like a...
Or 3.
So yeah, that was a really fun game actually. I finished that, despite it being about math.
Oh, good for you. I never played a math game.
And that's why you suck at math. I'm staring at the wall, and I think there's a stick man drawn in the wall in, like, green pencil.
It's dying again.
Like, straight onto the wall?
Yeah. Or crayon. I see legs, and they're really bendy. I see a body and a head, but the body goes into the head. And I see arms, but one of the arms is incredibly long, and the other one is barely there.
Is this anatomy? When did you draw that?
Probably when I was like 10.
Nice. I used to write things on my walls.
I one time drew all over the walls in crayon. I got in so much trouble, which is
and I never really got in trouble. My mom was just like, don't do that in the future if we are in a house we don't own or whatever.
Yeah, I had to go clean off all the walls with magic eraser. That was not enjoyable.
You had to clean it yourself as like a 6-year-old?
I was older than 6. I was old enough that I should have known better.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was too. I was like 11 when I used to draw on the walls. Yeah. But I just kind of did and didn't think about it.
That was in the rec room.
Because they're just gonna paint over it, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Maybe it does. Maybe I was not taught discipline enough.
Yeah, Mom's like, this is hard to clean off. I'm not gonna do it, but I want it gone. You did it, so you clean it. And that's fair. Like,
exactly. I mean, it's pretty fair, but most parents are like, no, I'll do it for you. You're so little, you don't have to do this.
But I wasn't that little, so... It's fine.
I was like 17.
I mean, I draw on the walls now, but... Or would it? I would, but I don't have a reason to draw on the walls. I know one of my cousins, I think what caused it is one of my cousins has his room, and it's completely covered in drawings he did, but, like, he's actually good at drawings, so...
Mark.
Yeah.
I know. I guess Mark. Everyone knows. That's cool.
Yeah.
Are you?
I am Mark. Hi. I've become Mark.
Oh, yes. No, it's a different... Okay, then. You're Dana's cousin.
Yep, you're my cousin.
I like that you have no idea who Mark is, and you're just like, yep, that's me. I've acquired his
You work
identity.
in a chicken pushing factory.
Oh, yeah, tell them about this. This is bizarre.
It's the chicken processing plant. So it takes the dead chickens and turns
chicken goop and makes into chicken nuggets.
I mean, not specifically, but yeah.
I think you mentioned chicken nuggets.
He has made chicken nuggets. Currently, he works in the freezer. So he just kind of, I think he just sticks things in the freezer.
McDonald's food.
It's fine. It's terrible for you. It tastes yummy. And it will kill you slowly.
So it's terrible for you and it tastes good. Therefore, those two together make it fine.
Yeah.
Two extremes make it fine.
Yeah.
It'll kill you slowly, but it's yummy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is like the logic of our world right now. Like, sure, it will kill you slowly, but it tastes yummy or it's fun. So
exactly, that's how everyone thinks nowadays. I'm gonna get many phones because it makes me temporarily happy, but it kills the earth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the latest iPhone.
I mean, I guess you could say that about VHS too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'd
or
say
DVDs.
I'd say like
They're corrupt for the
CDs
environment.
and VHSs are honestly worse for the environment.
VHSs are horrible for the environment. You literally can't recycle.
You can't recycle most electronics. The CRT TVs are so bad for the environment because I'm pretty sure their screens are made out of lead, or partly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right now.
And so they and we don't have the recycling plants you take your electronics to just ship them off to other countries.
And they just go in like the discharges or whatever. I read all
And then they get
it.
My school, we did in one of my classes, we did a big discussion on this and the problems with electronics and things. And they get sent to these other poor countries where the people from that country will just dig through the piles and like slowly kill themselves. Actually, quickly kill themselves. It only takes a couple years. With all these poisons.
Couple years for what?
Them to die from the poisons they're getting.
Oh, which is horrible. People shouldn't die from poisons.
From our electronics.
Yeah, like what's the point?
Do your research before you recycle electronics. Find someone who's good. There are a couple.
An actual recycling plant and go there. This is good advice for everyone, pretty much.
Find a company that will actually recycle them. Don't just go to any recycling plant because they will probably not recycle them. But just actually do research and see if you can find one in your area that actually recycles.
And take a bike there. Don't cry.
Yeah, take a bike there. Even the bus is okay. It's a bit better.
Yeah. Less cars.
Because if you all take the bus, it's like 50 people in one vehicle.
Yeah.
In the future, everyone's gonna take the bus, and they're gonna be e-buses. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
They should make.
Well, first there's a high chance they're gonna make fuel from algae.
Algae?
Yeah.
Isn't algae like useless? Like.
Fuel from algae already exists, doesn't it?
Yeah, it already exists. It's just not in mass production.
Yeah,
they should totally do that then.
Yeah.
I think they're still mostly testing, aren't they?
They're still testing.
They must be still testing it, or else
it's not great for. It's not necessary. It's not good for the environment, but it's a lot better. And you can just switch it out, and the cars won't be affected.
At least it's a natural type resource.
It has less carbon in it, and so it's better for the environment. And it's renewable, so.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds like a plus.
I mean, we would have had electric cars in the 80s.
Oh yeah, and then they stopped it somehow, right?
But then
stopped the guy from making his dream come true.
But so a lot of big companies were rolling out electric cars, and the day before their launch, all these companies went, nope, they're not safe. We're taking them back.
This kind of reminds me of, you ever watched that 70s show?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I think Dana's seen it though.
I have. Mom and I watch it together.
It kind of reminds me of Hyde's joke from the pilot episode, when they're in the circle. It's like, hey man, I heard there was this car that runs on water, man. Runs on water.
Amazing. That's what we need.
The big companies are trying to get it back or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was like a whole conspiracy theory.
But yeah, the electronic cars actually were, the companies who were putting them out were threatened so much by the companies that sold oil that they decided to not do that. That is why we didn't have electric cars in the 80s.
Oh yeah, oil companies, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Yeah.
If we got electric cars back then, maybe we'd be better off.
Quite possibly.
Who knows?
It's still not
knows?
good,
But,
but
I mean,
better.
What do I know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, what I learned from this conversation is that, according to Adell, freaking green buses are the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like transit because it makes more sense.
I like public transit as well, but I cannot use it in the city I live in.
Yeah, like, okay, so I went to Dana's town to visit,
Yeah.
and I stopped at a mall. Like, I was taking the bus there.
Yeah.
I got at a mall. And I had to walk 20 minutes to get to the bus stop to her house. I had to walk for 20 minutes to get to that bus stop. It would take me to her house.
Mm-hmm.
It was, like, so ridiculous.
There is only one bus
I'd
that
have to do a bunch of
passes.
transfers.
There's one bus that passes by my house, and
Yeah.
it goes to the mall.
That's the one I took, but I had to walk a long time, unless I wanted to transfer and I didn't have money.
You don't have to pay more money to transfer, dude.
I forgot about that. I guess I could have transferred, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna take the one bus. It shouldn't be so bad. And it's like a long walk. I don't walk through a park to get to that bus stop. It's like, geez, get your stuff
Yeah.
together.
Our city, they give out to transfer. How they do it is they give you these little.
Rainbow, I hate you.
They get, if you paid with money, they give you a little
Don't say
pink
that term.
piece of paper that they rip at the
Yeah.
time that you're not allowed to
Pink
use it
paper
after
is
that. But like they never actually check. You just hold up a slip of pink, and they're like, "All right, get on." They honestly don't care. Like,
Oh my god, Rainbow.
I think my brother William, he accidentally used his bus card that had expired for like a couple months before anyone was like, "This is not actually giving us the credit you need to
And
get
I
on this
didn't care.
bus."
Sometimes
And then he
try
was
to
still
go
allowed
somewhere
onto
when
the
I have
bus.
money.
He was
Yeah.
still allowed onto the bus, but
I
technically,
mean, almost every time they're gonna let you onto the bus, because bus drivers are not monsters.
yeah, they're generally quite nice.
Some are, yes.
I've had
Several
bad experiences
times.
with bus drivers.
I have to, but I like to
Nice.
believe. I like to believe that they'll all be nice to me. But there's no promises.
What do you think about the people who say you shouldn't thank your bus drivers when you get off the bus?
What do you mean? Of course you should.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who think that's weird.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're doing your service.
I don't know, but
It's like saying
apparently
anything. It's
people
like thanking your waiter.
apparently people think it's weird that people will thank their bus drivers when they get off the bus.
Why?
I don't know.
What was their argument?
That it's weird. That is their argument. What do you think, Cesar?
What's your opinion on public transit?
Well, first on the thanking thing, I got on a taxi today, and I thanked my taxy driver. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm not mad.
They're doing a service, and if they do it wrong, it would kill you.
Exactly.
Or be mildly annoying if they just went to the wrong place.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's not their job. They're not doing their job. They take you to the wrong place.
Then don't thank them. But like,
But
if,
public transit, it's alright. Buses can be a little weird sometimes. I never really take the bus. But the few
Is the
times I have,
busing good over there?
I've never taken an American bus. I've only taken Mexican buses.
Like, can you take a bus from Mexico to the U.S. in your area?
No, it's not possible.
I was looking at just for fun. I was looking at ways to get to Seattle, and it's like you can take a bus, a Greyhound, I think, from around here to Seattle, and you can just like take it through the border.
Yep.
Which is really cool. I want to do that. It sounds awesome.
I think you're still young enough that you need your
Oh, yeah,
parents'
you
permission.
Obviously, but it's so cool.
Adele, wouldn't you still need your parents' permission to do that, though?
Well, yeah, you need your parents' permission, obviously, but you don't need a car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, that's the thing.
It's dumb that you need like a slip. Maybe I'll just have to wait until I'm 18. Or do I still need my parents' permission?
No, not once you're 18. Yeah, and if anyone else takes you across the border, you have to actually like have it signed by a legal person that you're being allowed to being taken across the border, and it has to be signed by both your parents. And yeah.
And you just have to like have that with you when you leave, when you come back.
Yep.
I
Whenever
wouldn't be
you
able to
cross
let
the
you go
border.
back into Canada if you lose those papers.
I mean, they'll let you go back in if you're a Canadian. Like,
Okay.
you'll be allowed back if you can prove that yes, you're a Canadian. It's easier to get back in. Like, you can get back in technically. This is why people always photocopy their passports before and print them out, so you have a second one, and you can get back into Canada with that. Like, it takes a lot more, but you technically can get back in with that, because they don't want anyone being stuck. Kiso's being annoying. Does he want to come in? He's taking Rainbow's place. Here's a cat.
Yeah. Well, public transit. Very interesting. I didn't know you could take a bus for the border. I didn't even think that would be a possibility in states.
Me neither, but it's a special bus, I guess.
The Greyhound bus is quite a good bus system.
Do they have Greyhounds over there in Calexico?
Greyhounds? Like the dog breed?
No, the type of the bus company. I think it's Canadian.
a bus chain.
I don't even
It's this bus chain that takes you to like a long distance.
Yeah.
I think they're closing them down actually.
Wait,
Did you hear about that, Dana?
No.
They're like a
They're
bus
like
you
the
can take really
like
like
the
for
really
8
nice
hours.
buses.
They're pretty nice.
I don't know. Have you seen Gravity Falls?
Yeah, but
Like, you know, in the finale, the bus they take, that's like a Greyhound bus.
like cushioned seats, like.
Yeah, it's like kind of like an airplane, but a bus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I've been on some of those for like first trips.
First,
Yeah.
they have less often stops, so they can actually get places.
Yeah, they have like
Yeah, they don't stop that much.
like a dog thing on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They all look a bit different. So it's just kind of like a really specialty bus. It's been a while since I've been on one.
I think we're talking about the same one now.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember there was one that had like I don't know if it was a Greyhound, but I remember I rode one that had on TV on it,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and that was really nice because I was in the student like body, like the ASB as we call it over here, but it's like the president, vice president, all that stuff for the school. I was a treasurer for my elementary school.
Whoa.
And then we went on a field trip to Silk City, Knoxberry Farm. And we rode on that one. It was like the coolest experience. At least at the time. I was like, whoa, buses can have TVs! There's TVs in buses!
Greyhound
It's
was on the news the other day.
They're shutting it down. But yes, I have a story about
Not
TVs
because
in
they're
the
shutting
bus.
it down.
This is important.
It was not on the news because they were shutting it down. It was on the news because a kid got onto one of the buses and then had to make an exchange, and the bus driver didn't let them on because he was a kid, and they're not allowed to let on minors
They're not?
by themselves.
What? What?
They're not allowed on minors by themselves, unless like
Minors
special.
as in like younger than 13 or something?
Yes,
No, minors as in people who might.
Yeah.
minors as in children.
But like, what counts as a child?
I don't know.
What age?
I think 18
Is it
under
18 or is
under
it
18
under
or
13?
I think under 18 are technically minors.
Yeah, I think anything under 18. So I should.
That's weird though, because someone can usually take a bus on themselves. Whatever.
But like,
Maybe it's like
that far is a bit
16.
unreasonable. Like
I guess really far. But they're running away from home.
that's why they don't let it.
I'm kidding.
And they
That's
started
why-
But yeah, so he got stuck in the middle and was just like, what do I do now? Because was in a different city. And like,
Yep.
yeah. So, he ended up going to a McDonald's and getting help there. And someone called the police for him. And then the police helped him. And he stayed at his great aunt and uncle or something for a night. And then he got on the bus the next day. But yeah.
But he didn't call his parents. Was this like a parent affiliated thing?
I don't know. But like he was going to go see his father. Like that's where he was going. But yeah.
I don't know.
So his parents were wanting him to do this, and that's why he got on the first bus, because he had permissions.
That's what I meant, was it a parent affiliate, or was he doing against their back? He was not!
He was not.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks that he had to sleep in the McDonald's.
He slept at his aunt and uncle's. His great aunt and uncle's. That happened to live in that town.
That would be cool. I've spent more time than I should at freaking McDonald's. I hate McDonald's. McDonald's is like one of those places that you go to when you have nowhere else to go to and you just kind of sit there for 3 hours waiting for something to happen. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is what
I went to McDonald's once too. I went to McDonald's once with Luis.
Mm.
Yeah, once. You've probably been several times.
By the way, subscribe to SkaBønes.
Yeah, have I explained who Luis is? I keep mentioning him. He's my friend. Cesar's friend in real life.
Yeah, he's my friend in real life.
He's my friend in fake life.
So subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Please give him thousands of subscribers.
I
hate my dog.
I will link it in
She
the
loves,
description.
Listen to Rainbow though. She loves SkaBønes Read.
Ah, yes.
Chisa also meowed. Chisa agrees.
But we went to McDonald's.
That's a channel on YouTube. Anyways, your story?
We were gonna hang out with friends and we were gonna play Clue. And
oh hell yeah, Clue is great.
And well, he brought Clue, right? But like we were waiting for people and we got bored. So we're like, let's play Clue in McDonald's. We started playing Clue just we just order our food, just open Clue right there in the McDonald's.
That's great. They're like a big trend now. Me and Dana went to one of these frickin' board game cafes. They're like a popular thing now.
Yeah, we were discussing that on the last podcast.
There's a few of them. We talked about it last one. Go back and listen to that one.
Yes.
It.
Shameless self-promotion.
I said board games.
It's board games. What was I gonna say? It's actually, I've been to a few around here. I've been to a few where they just kind of have card games there as just a feature, as a normal feature, as you're eating. Feature. Like, I went to this place and it had taiyaki, which is like a Japanese dessert, and it's really good. And we were playing cards. What is taiyaki? It's shaped like a fish, and it has ice cream in it. It's not fish, but it is shaped like a fish, and it has like little goodies inside, like matcha or whatever. And there's also some that have like custard or red bean paste in them. Yeah, they're real good.
I would just like to inform you we've been going for over an hour.
Oh, have we?
Okay, so we'll turn around soon.
Soon we'll play the game.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's enough for now. We'll take a pause, to play some games. How long have we been recording for exactly?
An hour and 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Actually, that's not bad. We can talk for a little bit more. We can talk for a little bit more and then play some GQ.
Alright, but we should move
just to round
soon.
off again. Yeah, so taiyaki is the bomb. I love it so much. I'm just remembering how good it is. And that place was cozy. It was a cozy little cafe. They actually had a chalkboard in the bathroom that you could, draw on or whatever.
My school has one of those. It always is covered with
your school's bathrooms are, neon pink.
The one is, yes. The other one is just creepy. There's the creepy one and the neon pink one. I use the creepy one because
one and the neon pink one.
No one uses the creepy one because it's creepy. So I use the creepy one. Everyone thinks it's haunted. My mom calls it the Moaning Myrtle bathroom.
Oh no. That sounds bad.
So yeah.
Scary.
I'm scared.
The sink turns on by itself, so
gross
the grade 9ers always think it's haunted and refuse to use it. It's
Oh
great.
yeah, and Dana's mom actually attended her high school. Isn't that cool and trippy?
My mom was in the 3rd or 4th graduating class of my high school.
Wow.
My parents are in high school too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they were
My current high school that I've been going to for half a year was founded in 1998, I think. So no, my mom did not go to it. She's already graduated.
I know it's like 1800s or something like that.
What the frick?
They've
What?
been going on for like 200 years or something like that.
What the?
Well,
Please
why?
explain.
Is
Please
it
elaborate.
as creepy as the creepy one that we go to? That's by
There's
your house.
this one creepy school near my house that me and Dana like walked around to get spooked. That was founded during World
Oh
War
no, I think it's
II.
150 years. Sorry.
Please elaborate. I'm gonna Google it. We're not gonna say which school it is, obviously, but I'm gonna Google.
Well, you know the name.
Yeah.
I was about to say it and then I'm like realizing.
No.
I'm like,
Don't
no,
get
I was so tired.
exposed.
I was working not working, but just going to school during summer.
You were there today.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm so tired, so my brain's not like that's not a good idea.
Me neither. I'm tired. And
I slept for
I almost
14
lost
hours,
it.
so I'm good.
Actually, I almost couldn't make it.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for your school, and for some reason it says the demographics of the ethnicity.
Ah, yes.
What?
Mexican Americans and Mexican Americans.
Yes.
Yeah, my school mostly
It's not
does
telling
people.
me when it was founded, but it's telling me the demographics for some reason. Thanks for the. You should write on this Wikipedia page. Why does it have a Wikipedia page? Anyway, so are you sure it was founded in frickin' 1812 when Christopher Columbus discovered America?
No, it was like
Yes.
the 1700s.
Your school was discovered?
Yes, it was discovered. It's an ancient tomb. Oh god, my mouse just fell. Oh no, it's the curse of my school.
Everything. It is. It's the curse of.
It's the curse of this
Caesar's school.
podcast trying to set it up.
Yeah, do you know it took us forever.
It took
Yes,
us. We
you guys
started
will
trying to
replace
set it
it.
up at about 6:20, and we didn't start till, as we said at the beginning,
I think we
8:30,
mentioned this at the beginning.
because
Okay, but
Discord
I'm still
broke.
not over it.
Discord broke,
crashed on us.
and then we were like, "Oh, it was just Discord," but my computer will not pick up audio. It will not listen to Cesar. My computer hates Cesar and me, so it will not listen to Cesar, and it will not send my audio to you guys. So
Computers tend to do that for me.
I don't
That's
know.
not like me.
Computers hate Caesar in general. Like
Yeah.
everyone
when I
hates
call
Cesar.
with him in a group, someone can't hear him. Someone's bound to
So
not
I
be
was
able to.
trying to set everything up, and I was just listening to Adell talk to themselves as they were talking to Cesar, but I couldn't hear Cesar, so I was just listening as Adell
You're
talked
like,
to
what's
himself.
going on?
I was
Are you
confused.
okay? Oh gosh. We had a good discussion. We were talking about the Simpsons house or something. Universal Studios.
Yeah.
You guys never know.
Sponsored by Universal Studios.
Sponsored by Universal. Sponsored by the Simpsons house.
Not actually sponsored.
Bart Simpson's approved. You know the voice actress for Bart Simpson is a Scientologist?
Dude, like every actor in Hollywood is a Scientologist.
Yeah.
Man.
Rest in peace. I don't know anything about her other than that. I just know that tidbit.
I know she likes to go up to people and start
Cowboy.
talking in the voice and get them excited.
Oh yeah. Because everyone knows Bart. It's
Mhm.
like famous voice.
And no one
Is she
believes
still
it's
voicing
actually
it?
her.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure, right?
no one believes
so
she's
sorry.
actually the voice actor for
It
Bart.
must
Often.
suck for them. They've been doing this for like 30 years almost.
I mean,
Probably
it's a
get,
stable
like,
job.
a bunch of money, so.
But if it's like they can't expand their acting careers, so they'll always just be known by this character they've been doing for a big chunk of their life.
Yep.
I've heard that The Simpsons is only going to cancel when the actors start dying. As depressing as that is.
It was supposed to end like 2 seasons ago, I think, and then just.
Is it like SpongeBob and they said they were gonna end it, but then they didn't?
It's not that they said they were gonna end it, it's they were in the process of ending it already.
Oh
and then Fox just last second was like, nope. And that's when the episode Barthood happened, the first good episode in a while.
Barthood. Wait, so it didn't cancel because it had good ratings or something?
No, it just Fox didn't want to let go.
Because they literally have no other shows right now.
And then they canceled Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it got taken over.
That was popular, wasn't it?
Oh, it's so popular.
Yeah,
I'm convinced that it was just a marketing stunt with how quickly NBC took it over.
Yep.
Like, it's definitely what happened is that NBC just bought it, and we're like, okay, we're going to cancel it, and then wait a day, and then we're gonna buy it. Because, like...
That's ridiculous.
Because, like,
that's the business.
That was such a quick, like, we're canceling it. We bought it. That it's like, and it created so much outrage that it was a whole big marketing thing. So I think it's probably a marketing thing. But the actors are really excited to now be owned by NBC. So that's cool. A lot of the interviews, the actors are so excited that because NBC lets them use bleeps and blurs. So they hope they get to use those.
What do you mean, like, censorship?
Bleeping, yes. Bleeping swear words, so you're allowed to have swear words. And blurring things.
So you're allowed to
you can have
kind of.
Yeah.
Yes. Good for them. Creative freedom. Why not?
Yeah. I hope it's still good.
What's it?
I've been enjoying it.
Have you been watching it? I barely anything about it.
My mom and I watch it together. It's fun.
Oh yeah, you guys just have
We showed it to one of my aunts because my mom kind of liked spreading it, and so we were at my aunt and uncle's house. We're like, we should watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and we watched it. And then at the end, my aunt went, "Yeah, it was good, but why does he have to be gay?"
Oh,
because that seems like yep. Like yep.
And then you left.
And then
you left.
You left
just like that. Dana's out of the building. Homophobia, not for me. Sorry. Your family sucks in some ways.
I don't know why it kind of reminded me of my friend. Who very seriously told me that the whole Ellen DeGeneres 90s scandal, and I think I told you about this, Adell.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about this because we were talking about BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, so like I was telling him, I don't know if my friend because of these sort of moments. So I'm telling him about this Ellen DeGeneres 90s scandal when she came out as lesbian and got ruined.
Is it really a scandal?
It's more like just like a career ending and then reviving.
Yeah, she's pretty famous now.
And I tell him this whole thing, and then he looks at me straight in the eyes. Deadpan tells me just like super seriously.
Yeah.
I think I just lost Cesar.
Did we lose him?
Yeah.
No, that was the worst point. I'm on the edge of my seat. Okay, parents. Of course, the classic. The classic.
Can you tell me what he's saying?
He says it was his parents.
Hmm.
In the text chat? I'll probably be back as soon as possible.
We should probably play the game.
Yes, whenever he comes back, we'll play the game, so we'll just cut to that, I guess.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Your noise, it's a little weird. I sound a little different because my blanket. I had to remove the blanket.
Your parents are like, what?
Yeah, my dad was like, what are you doing? No. Yeah, literally, right at that moment, my parents decided to tell me everything, like, at once.
Okay.
So he looked at me deadpan in the eyes. My friend. I almost name dropped him. I don't want to actually name him.
It's fine. It's fine. We want it.
He looks at me deadpan in the eyes, super seriously, and tells me none of that could have happened. Bro, like,
conspiracy.
Like, I'm like, oh, what do you mean it did? It was all over the news. And he's like, it couldn't have happened because gay people didn't exist before the 2000s. Like, what?
Have you ever heard of Greek?
Excuse me?
Have you ever heard of Greece, dude?
Have you talked to
or Native Americans and Native Canadians, First Nations people, or
so gay people didn't exist until the 2000s, according to Cesar's friend.
According to one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Regardless, on that note, do you guys want to play G Cubed?
GQ time.
Let's go.
I'm gonna put my blanket over me so it sucks.
So should I record G Cubed or just stay on or what?
How am I gonna record you guys' matches?
Okay, wait, Cesar, do you want to record your screen? We can all record our screens.
Multiple.
Just Dana can do what she wants with the footage.
Multiple.
G Cubed action.
Ah, yes. So you can see my ad block if I record mine.
Me too. I have a bunch of frickin' extensions, but I can make it full screen if I want.
You can see my
F11. Actually, I don't know how. Is it Control Shift F11?
Control Shift F11 for what?
The full screen.
I should probably do that so people don't see all my two Reddit bookmarks.
Okay. I have a lot of.
I'm planning to crop it anyways. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. So here we go, guys. Let's play some G Cubed. What should we name ourselves? Should we just make it the first 3 letters of our name?
I did first 2.
So it's easy for the viewers.
I did first 2 because otherwise it's Dan. So I'm just doing Da.
Dan.
I'm just going with Da.
Aid. So are we all gonna play John, or are we all gonna play different characters?
Play whoever you want.
We should play different characters, or all John or all nothing, you know?
It's cause the meta is John, man. The meta
Okay, we're all playing John. John is the true champ, you know? Duh. So, Cesar, are you in?
I'm trying to set up this recording.
First, I'm gonna play Dana, so while you're setting that up, we'll be fighting.
I didn't play as John.
You played as Odie!
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, she's the wild card here, Dana.
Yep.
Game on! Alright, let's go.
Game on!
I'm recording right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm also recording my screen. Alright, me first. Okay, book. What is the name of a December holiday? Christmas. How do I spell Christmas? I know how to spell Christmas.
Okay, I'm recording my screen now.
Nice. Oh, wait. Because you have no one to fight right now. So, volcanoes, Dana.
They erode.
Right. A road. Yes, volcanoes erode. James Madison. Wait, who's James Madison? He's on the money.
Oh, yes, I know James Madison. I'm gonna record myself exploring the Professor Garfield.
You can make this a special video.
I'll do Professor Garfield's backstory. Oh god, it's a whole comic.
Oh my god. We'll have to read that at some point.
Is this anime?
Is this anime? Well, yeah. There are Garfield animes. It's called animation. Unknown female officer. UFO stands for unknown female officer.
Obviously.
Obviously, Officer Jenny is the UFO. Oh, I don't know. Gobi Desert. Because that reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie. No? Is that even a real thing, or is it just in Banjo-Kazooie, Gobi Desert?
This is educational time with my screen.
Yeah. You can put it in the corner. The ocean that lies between Australia and Africa. Indian Ocean. Can't believe I got that. I love Odie. Isn't his arms crossed? His arms look so weird and screwed up. Served? I don't know. This site is
so much American.
That's how you look at it. Alright, I might
win. On just the site.
Oh, what famous actress played the lady in E.T.? Yeah!
No!
Ooh, got him. It's me, the guy from Ready Player One. I know all of the 80s movies.
Oh, you can do art. I'm gonna do some art.
Please do some art and we'll make it fun. Okay, Dana first. The number of staircase at Hogwarts. Hogwarts? What's Hogwarts?
I have no idea.
Hogwarts.
What?
No, I thought it was like Harry Potter, but it's Hogwarts with TH.
Yeah, I thought that too, and then, nope, Hogwarts.
What is the motto of the Boy Scouts? Ooh. Is there others? Oh, damn it. Dana's like getting more right than me, I think. The word reflect, because you got the easy ones.
Yep. Other than the Hogwarts ones, because none of us know what Hogwarts is. Hey, Cesar, look up Hogwarts.
Look up what Hogwarts is. Please tell us.
Oh god. Oh god, there's so much happening to me right now. Oh my god, Jim Davis is talking to me. Okay.
The real Jim Davis?
Yes, that's what art was. It wasn't drawing. It was Jim Davis teaching you art.
Go look up what Hogwarts is.
I was pulling up my paint to record myself trying to paint Garfield along with him. Wait, what was it? Hogwarts?
TH. Oh, blah 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 blah.
Hogarth?
Hogarth from the Iron Giant?
William Hogarth?
William Hogarth? Dana's brother?
The English painter and printmaker. Born November 10th, 1697 in London.
1697? What? Excuse me.
Is there like a location?
There's stairs in it. There are 142 stairs in it.
It's like they were applying. It's a building. Cleveland.
Okay.
Yes. Cleveland.
Oh no! Dana won. Oh, here we go. The final countdown. Do.
Final countdown.
Are we trying to paint with Jim Davis on Davis Paint?
We're trying to paint what Hogwarts is. The real strategy is to go to the bottom. Oh yeah, you choose a category for me in this one. I didn't give you the lowdown. What an actual G-Cubed game is. What are the white keys on the... Oh, ivory. So smart. Got him.
Hold on, Jim Davis, you're going too fast for me.
Same. Oh yeah, what was that YouTube channel you were showing me, Cesar? Lasagna Cat?
Yes.
There's no pure terror that isn't Lasagna Cat.
Go.
Pretty sure.
Jim Davis, you're going too fast, please, thank you.
Well, he's a famous cartoonist.
But he's supposed to be teaching children.
Like me and you?
I'm like 2, dude. You know that.
Oh yeah, I know that. The capital of New Jersey. Oh, you get the easy ones. Pretty sure I know what that is. Alright, so I'm gonna win. Watch this. Choose the easy one, the music one. What color is a ping pong table? Oh my god, okay, so it's green.
Yeah, that.
See, I got it! Look at that! Look at that! Final score is 14-12. Winner, John the boy. John, what's his name?
John Arbuckle.
John Arbuckle, thanks. I'm sorry for calling you a loser. I very much regret this. Alright, Cesar, get your arse over here. You gotta fight me. You gotta fight.
Try to fast start Garfield. Yes. Hey.
Please,
Go.
Go. So I'm fighting Cesar now. John, of course. Who else other than John? Waiting for you to appear. Save your Garfield and fight. Fight like a true hero.
Sorry about that, my dad walked in.
Why are you playing Garfield? Excuse me?
Because I have my thing over. He just laughed this time. He didn't question it. Just looked at me and laughed.
Very good. That
just
seems nice. Nice reaction. Nice. Kinda.
I gotta get back into G-Cube.
Direction. Man, G-Cube is the best game.
Best game.
Who are you?
People
Adell,
watching.
would you choose?
I'm Aid.
No, but like, would you choose John?
John. Of course.
Okay,
You should
I
play
gotta
this.
choose your nemesis then.
Cess. Oh no!
This is the ultimate battle.
It is the ultimate showdown.
The ultimate showdown, dude. Alright, let's do
It's
this.
the final countdown.
You get destroyed.
Oh, the final countdown. That's the ultimate showdown.
Let's do this.
Alright, you first.
It's a song by Lemon Demon. The South Pole's continent.
Demon. South Park's continent. Good job.
I got it. Let's go. I'll let you know. I used to play GQ competitive, so.
I always do. I always play.
Ew.
I'm doing badly. I'm losing my
You're not gonna
focus.
stop all whistling? What are you talking about? A tool that. Oh, yes. A hydrometer. I know what a hydrometer is.
Okay, so I actually don't. It sounds like a dragon. Who does? Oh my god! Listen to this.
I know this. Yeah.
Who doesn't? Han Solo? No.
No, I was.
You gotta choose the music.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, dude.
Oh man.
What is this question?
I'm here to answer Star Wars questions if you're here. Forget. Okay, let's answer a space question. The amount of space an object hooked up to volume, I think? Oh man. I definitely passed science. Dude.
Oh wait, why did I choose that one? That's the
Jimmy Carter.
of Jemmy.
What the frick?
Who's Jimmy?
Who is
That's the man. That's Jemmy himself.
It's Jimmy himself. What the frick? Look at this question. George
No, what was that question?
What's George
Capital
Washington's
Montana.
birthday?
Carson City. Oh, damn it, dude.
You're not an American.
Of course I'm not.
Thomas
not get this
Jefferson's
one.
pet. Mockingbird. Ooh,
Oh, man.
Did you get it right?
3 in a row. I got it right. I'm ahead now. Look at me laughing at you. Look at that face. I don't think so. Whatever. Oh yeah, what's the best one? Nice touch. Color me impressed. These are the best. Smart ass remarks. Nice.
Location. Australia. Oh, no.
Oh no.
See ya.
Square. I'm taking it. Oh. Cookie Monster. I mean, put it lightly.
Dang, dude.
Dang,
Book.
Danielle.
Oh, I know this one. See ya.
See ya.
So I got it right because I know music because I play the saxophone.
You play which one?
I was playing today because I had band. To go to band.
Tippecanoe State Park, Ohio. Damn it, everything's in
I
Ohio.
said the same thing because someone had a necklace of that park and I thought it said Ohio, but it was in Ohio. That's the
I
one
know.
I said.
It sounds like a place in Ohio.
What does the father of Mary Poppins do for a living?
Here we go. Pop culture. You can do it. You don't know anything about pop culture. Look
See ya.
Largest ocean in the world.
Yeah.
Indian. I literally. What the frick?
Are you kidding me? It's Pacific.
What? I should have known that. I live right close to the Pacific Ocean.
Indian, really?
This is bullshit.
See ya.
Hold on.
I got too cocky and I lost.
And you lost. People eat beef tongue and brains.
Oh, I know this one.
I know that too. I knew it
I know that because I've eaten all that. And it's all good. I don't care what people think. It's all good.
Why is it gross? It's just food.
Food
Actually,
in
I've never
general
tasted
is
brains or
gross.
nothing, but tongue? Yes.
I've tried tongue too. My mom says she used to eat that as a kid.
I've had eyeball.
Oh,
Tongue.
black keys? I'm pretty sure.
I actually didn't know.
Onyx.
But
I'm trying to think of my minerals. I know my minerals from Minecraft.
We're really showing our intellect here.
Yeah, we're barely doing anything. The breaking apart and changing of rocks is called.
I know this one. No, explosion.
I can't pay attention. My mom keeps walking in. Freaking heck! I blame her.
A simple
No, it's not.
object.
A simple machine used to hold objects together. Screw? Screw. Whatever. Oh.
I win.
Good
Hack.
job.
Freaking hack. So how do you know who?
This is horrible.
Because if Cesar wins, Cesar fights Dana, and then whoever... I don't know. President Grant got queasy when he smelled a skunk. Who is President Grant? Yosemite Sam?
American dude.
Whoever wins twice.
Yeah.
She talks to the adults of kids. Wop, 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 wop. Go for Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I knew that one.
Minnesota's the best state. I have family in Minnesota.
Here comes. Here comes. It's coming.
What's the best one? This one is the best one.
Oh, you gotta be joking me. This is easy.
Easy as...
I don't think so.
See ya. Let's do another question mark. Let's do something. Oh, do you know this one? It's so obvious. So obvious. Wait, did you get it wrong? No. Yes? No. Let's try this one.
See ya. Thank you, Rainbow, for your input.
I know, I hate her. I don't know what the real brand is. I was like Caribbean.
Yeah, like,
pick her up.
Mexico, dude.
Is he dead?
Voice keeps us. Ah, yes. Friction.
Friction? Like the brand of pen?
Oh, you're going there, huh? I'm giving you space.
Space? I hate space. Longest mountain range above sea level.
I think I know this one.
No,
it was the Rockies, I think.
A Rocky from JoJo.
Ah, yes.
JoJo, I've seen it. Rainbow, shut up. The capital of Wyoming, Cheyenne, I think.
You know what's wrong with you? I mean, just for that, I'm not picking Cheyenne. I'm picking the. Oh, damn it, it's Cheyenne!
Alright.
Well, I only have one.
Harry Potter.
Oh, come on! I know this one, too.
What is it?
It's not that one, that's for sure.
What was the question?
It was who was the hooded figure in Harry Potter?
Ah.
I think it was not Ronan, I think it was Voldemort.
I
probably don't know that one.
Dumbledore or whatever.
And strong feeling, this one. I wouldn't
No! Oh, I was not on top of my game right now. I had too many distractions. I'm gonna pretend I don't care. There we go. Return to lobby. So you fight Dana now, I guess.
Who won?
With my chosen character. Me.
Cesar won.
Okay, then we fight.
I will go to the top of the GQ.
Whoever wins two rounds.
What happens if Dana wins, though?
Then you two, then...
I'm gonna cry.
Then I fight... I don't know. We'll figure it out if it happens. How about that?
Professor Garfield, dude.
Then no one wins, we're all
fight
dead.
the final boss.
I mean, I guess we could do that. Or we could try to circle it around somehow.
That's a noun.
A noun? Dana doesn't know that. I'm sorry. We were playing Tomodachi Life, and we were trying to do like a Mad Libs thing. We were struggling a lot with defining words.
That we were.
They are.
Oh, I know this one. It's you guys.
Yes.
It was a country north of the US, by the way.
Canada's. Of course.
Damn it. Hard out. Covering of it's called the.
I really hope it's the sea jacket, because I'm just imagining them in I'm just imagining them in leather jackets now.
Like
She wants to believe.
I just imagine like a orange boho jacket, just like. This is getting
like
intense.
the one in Cloudy with Chance Meatballs 2 or whatever? You don't talk about
That's
that?
way too easy.
Well, some of them are super easy. Specifically the pop section.
Yes, I know this one's common knowledge. Submarine sandwiches, it was not. What?
Mm.
What?
Oh, right, of course. That's a joke amongst my family.
I can't think. Help. I'll think it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
It's a theory.
You ones.
It was complete. Round 2. Here we go.
Round 2.
Two.
Dog better stop barking right now.
I don't even hear your dog. Mine is ear piercingly loud.
He's in the living room right now barking because he wants to go outside.
My dog probably does too, but she's just.
This one. I feel bad because Dana's getting like all the weird obscure ones. I'm getting all the easy ones. I know this one actually.
Do you actually know these things, or are you just guessing?
Guessing. Actually, I knew between two.
Maybe you're just a good guesser and you know a lot of random information.
Mm. That one I knew.
Oh.
Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't know how it. I didn't know that one. I just guessed.
Garfield too. Did you guess correct?
Oh, this is.
Yeah, this one. Oh.
Oh man. I didn't know this one. I had to think long and hard about that one.
This is the hardest quiz of your life.
This is intense. I don't want to win this.
Oh.
It really is intense.
I don't want to embarrass
like...
myself with the people on the internet.
Yeah, because they're.
Oh, I know this one because I'm a huge Arthur fan. I love Arthur. Yes.
Everyday Afters. What is it? Something that out.
Wait, why is there Arthur questions in a Garfield game? It's a crossover.
I know.
There's a crossover.
It's like okay. Star Wars, okay. Arthur, what the fuck? Excuse me?
No bonus.
No bones? SkaBønes read?
Subscribe to the
Product placement? Link in the description. I'm kidding.
This one. This one.
I clearly did not.
You know what? I would have gotten it wrong too, because I thought it was that one. Oh, Adell got this one.
Yeah, there are some repeating questions, like...
That's
sometimes I play, and I stop playing for a while, and then I come back, it's like, I literally know all these questions. Have you guys ever actually read Garfield?
Yes.
Some.
I have read a few of them, yeah. I'm sure it's some for all of us.
This is too intense, dude.
I remember watching the show, actually, as a kid. The Garfield CG animated show.
See ya.
See ya! Are you still Liz?
Oh, yes.
You the classic Liz.
You know, it might seem like I don't, like...
You win.
Well,
Oh well, Cesar's the champion.
I'll have to
apparently.
add a guest section onto our scoreboard.
Wow.
I should be proud of myself, dude. I know.
I can't believe you did it. Should you fight Professor Garfield now?
Last time?
Yeah, see if you actually deserve it or not.
I don't even know, like, how good my recording looks. Oh, God.
We're getting to an hour and 40 minutes. We should probably stop.
Inside the
I
recording.
mean, it's fine. We can just end it here.
We'll just end it.
Yeah. Alright.
So Caesar's the ultimate champion of GQ. Maybe we'll have him on again. I don't know. See what you guys listening to this think about the worst quality voice as well as the guest.
Yes.
So you win some, you lose some.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks a lot
We'll
for
see
watching.
if we can figure out our technical difficulties for next time. And
Hopefully it'll be at least a bit better quality.
Well, thanks for having me too.
Of course. We'll put your Twitter in the description.
It was an honor. I'm a big fan.
A big fan of the voice here at Part-Time Glove.
Part-time.
That's what we're called. Anyway, anything else you want to say before we finish up?
No.
Nice. Bye-bye. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a good day.